So, now to the cross part that is in the bottom. You're probably not going to see with this camera, so I'll try to film at the same time. I mounted it up on the bed, on two parallels to keep it off the bed. I tightened it down once and then started to mill, and then it moved on me. So now I have 4 clamps and I hope it stays in place. As I said before, this mill is quite small, so I need to take this half of it first, turn it around, clock it in so it's in parallel with the table again, and then mill this part. And I have no clue how I should do this, but that's a later problem. So let's start milling. So, slowly, very slowly, it's coming into shape. Again, small mill, so I have to take, I think my plan here is to take each corner at a time, or at least each side. So the next, now I have milled down, so I have about 10th of a millimeter, or yeah, it's 10 millimeters thick, so I milled down to 9.75, so it's very thin. I think I should keep it like that because I need to protect my parallels that is underneath, and also if I break it apart it's just going to be floppy. So the next one will be to mill down the same groove like this. And then either I move this holder and fasten it, I think, like this, so I can mill the complete corner, and then move over and make the same thing here. Then flip the whole part around, clock it up against this reference line, and do the same thing on the other side. And in the end, mill the complete width here to the correct dimension. So it's going slowly, but hopefully it's going to be a good part. And when I got it, before I flip it around, I also going to mill the grooves in the same manner as the other part for the legs that's going to go out like this. So take some time, but slowly going there. So now my piece is all, the milling is done. I made the, let's see if I can find this one. I made the groove so it fits this piece, so it's going to be mounted like this with a bolt down here and tight it down. Since I mounted it on parallels on the bed in the mill, I have not milled all the way through, so I just cut it off with a bandsaw, and now I'm gonna take a file and fix it. Need to drill the hole, but I think I file it into shape first so I can tighten it down. My plan is then to polish it up a bit, and a friend of mine said that if you want to protect aluminium, same as aluminium oxide, you can run it in the dishwasher and get a good protecting surface. So I'm gonna try that with all the pieces. So see you when this is done. Then I have filed everything. I have not polished it yet. Taking out the burr, and for these pieces I just wanted to file the radius, so I just use a simple washer and mark it on the engineering red or engineering blue, and file it into shape. And I would say doing this kind of work, it's nice to have good files that is sharp. It's also good, I'm not that lucky, but to have one set of files for soft material as aluminium, brass, copper and so on, as one setup for steel. Because for some reason when you have cut soft metal, it doesn't cut as well in steel. And also clean them regular with this kind of thing. Have no clue what it's called in English. In Swedish it's filkada. And it's worth buying because you plug the file up and it takes forever and it leaves nasty marks and not that nice surface as it could be. So file a little bit, clean the file and continue. So what I plan to do now is to try to polish them up a bit and make sure that I have all the pieces so I can put this together before I run the test to run them in the dishwasher if I get a nice oxidation surface on them. Time to polish. There's a polishing device in my drill press. Works fine. Try to not to load the bearing too much in that direction, but so far I've gone well over the years. A little bit of a polish wax on. And yeah, turned out nice. Now the parts are polished up a bit, so that it looks a little bit nicer. I'm gonna try the trick to run them in the dishwasher to see if I can get a surface that do not oxide, so oxided right away. And the nice thing here, I had on my drawing I showed before that I needed some, first I thought circular nuts to run in, say, the grooves, but that would be stupid because it only would be rotating. I got a lot, not a lot, but some of these, and when I dismantled a measurement system once that was built up with these profiles and then the instrumentation inside, there was also of course lots of nuts. And never crossed my mind that I had a huge amount of them. So this is going to be easy. So fits and it's made for these profiles. So left to do is to wash these parts in the dishwasher. Cut the different profiles into length and then put it together. I'm a little bit, honestly, scared, but let's see how it goes. That this fixation would not be sturdy enough. As I said when I made the drawing, I plan to have this ×4 that you can buy, or ×2 to make it more sturdy. Let's see what's happened, how it works. But I tried this first idea first, and then because then it's for free. All the parts here is something I had lying around, so it's only the hours to put it together. So put this in the dishwasher, start cutting profiles into the correct length. All the pieces cut into length. I decided to have in the cross, since I wanted to mount monitor in front of a camera system, then I guess I need to beef this profile up. But I cut a little bit longer legs in the front, so I don't want to tip over in the front, since I'm gonna have a little bit heavier weight. Something I actually 100% forgotten was that of course I need some wheels. And since I'm quite cheap and I don't want to buy anything, since everything here has been things I have been lying around, I found 4 wheels. Let's see if this works. I guess it would be that they might need to be bigger, otherwise it's gonna bump around on the floor or whatever. But let's try. And profile again. These, let's see, I hope it could focus, are going outside the profile. So I'm gonna cut some of this aluminium plate that I have. Aluminium plate that is a little bit bigger than this, same width but a little bit longer, like this approximately, and then bolt it down with the same type of nuts that I have plenty of. That way I could replace these legs with shorter and longer ones, and everything is just easy to take apart, rebuild if I made a mistake that I probably had. So then they fit into the same system. I could overdo this of course and make the same type of slots that I've made with other parts, but there will not be any big load side to side, and I'm also gonna have one screw and nut here and one screw and nut here, so it ain't going anywhere. And so I'm gonna mark this up, cut it in the bandsaw since that works rather fine before, and let's go.